Good morning. Welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Yesterday, I promised to discuss today with you one of my non-substance related addictions, in this case, a compulsive behavior, which I simply call bending myself into a pretzel. But I also plan to tie that behavior more directly into substance-related addiction, at least for me in my own past. And so a non-substance related compulsivity gets linked to compulsive drug use. And so we'll try to make sense of that here. I recall discussing some of this last year with you in an earlier video post here at the Vitality Project. I talked about it in terms of what psychology calls pathological accommodation. That's what I'm calling here bending myself into a pretzel. Let me say a little word about that. You know, I've done this since I was a child, and it's not even such a bad idea, especially if accommodating means staying open to compromising and meeting people in the middle. What's wrong with that? You know, for the sake of staying connected. When it becomes pathological, though, from a psychological perspective, it's when I end up giving away my birthright in some kind of misguided attempt to get others to like me. Think about it for just a second. If they do, in fact, end up liking me, who is it that they are actually liking? If you think about it, when I bend myself into a pretzel, I've so distorted who I am that I'm no longer really who I am. It's a catch-22 here that's pretty doggone big, isn't it? All I know is that as I've had to keep a close eye on this, it's a very old reflex for me. And it's all the more important that I do that because I believe that this particular pattern has been highly connected to my addiction to alcohol and other drugs in the past. Let me simplify. The way I understand that connection is this. One, I feel lonely, and in my loneliness, what gets stirred up are deep-seated, very old fears of abandonment, dating all the way back to my childhood. So I feel lonely too. I try to get people close to me or keep people close to me by being whatever I imagine they need me to be. Three, I end up resenting what I've done here. I think it's a devil's bargain because I've given away my soul for the sake of love, and I do mean in quotes. And then four, I put out the fire, first of all, of self-loathing, because after all, I've given away my birthright, and also resentment of others because they took my birthright. And guess how I put out that fire? Well, if you guessed getting drunk or high or both, you're right. So what I want to finish off for today to say is that clarity about my internal triggers leads me to clarity about what I must do to change. So this becomes a central point of kind of daily monitoring or tracking for me. I wonder if you can relate. Come back and join me tomorrow as we continue forward and are looking at a sobriety checklist. Look forward to seeing you. I wish you a good day.